Like unmute. Okay. Hello everyone, hope you're having a fantastic day. Today we're going to continue on with some Dawntrail. First we're going to clean up the Aether Currents in Urqopacha, and then we're going to continue on to Yak T'el. I think that's what it was. Yak T'el. The first Aether Current that we need to pick up. There's actually only two more Aether Currents. overworld ones? Yeah. There's 2 overworld Aether Currents, one in the lower level here and one in the upper level. Then there are the 2 blue quests that we unlocked towards the end of last stream. The first of the overworld Aether Currents is somewhere in this undiscovered region, so we'll go ahead and grab that first. I think it's there. Yeah, southeast. Let's head on over there. I think I need to go up here somehow. How the heck do I even get there? Is it in a cave? Let me actually look at the full map of this. Oh no, it's... Oh no, we got this one. The one I need to get is over here. Yeah, because I think there's one actually like inside or right on up above the village or something, like up on the hill here. And we actually got that one. This one says southeast, so yeah, that's the direction that we need to go. Go ahead and grab that. I think from now on, because of the way that Aether Currents are in current expansions, but like before they remove the overworld ones, or before they remove some of the overworld ones, they make it so that a lot of them are on the path that you're going to be doing MSQ, but some of them are going to be a decently off the beaten path, and there's a good chance, like I've done so far, that I miss some of them. And so now I'm during a zone. Yeah, there's the last one that we needed. I'm going to try and get as many overworld ones as I can, but I'm not going to do the blue quest ones until we're actually done with the zone. That's kind of annoying because I won't have all of the... because I won't have all the Aether Currents once I finished MSQ, but it will make it so that we can just focus on the story until later. Now, the other world one that we need to get is in this undiscovered region here, but I'm going to go ahead and pick up and do the blue quests first in case one of them ends up taking us over to that region. So let's teleport over to Warlord's Echo and grab the one of them. Now, I think this might be one of the tribes that one of the base tribal quests. What are they called? The Allied Societies. So let's see. I'm going to see if I can try and guess which one of these it'll end up being. Or that the quest line to unlock it will end up being. Because I ended up guessing, I think, correctly on the Pelu Pelu. And then I know that the Vanu Vanu... I always say the wrong one. The bird people will end up... one of them will continue on from that. And it had to do with, like, this guy that was doing a like, scouting report or something. Anyway, let's go and talk to Merfurler here. Well, actually, if it's Merfurler, he was in the MSQ. So this is probably going to be the one. The flames burn no more. Merfurler regards you with a mixture of reverence and uncertainty. Great and mighty Brillian, I've heard tale of your victory over Valagarmonda. You protected our land, and for that, I, Merfurler, express my deepest gratitude. I wish that I could have seen the battle with my own eyes. As a warrior of the Yokoi, I cannot fathom how one of your diminutive stature laid low that fearsome sky ruin. Thus, I do ask if you would demonstrate your martial prowess. You mean you want to fight? Okay. I thank you for this honor. Of late, hulking monsters have been sighted south of the Shades of Grief, endangering all who travel along the road. I bid you snuff out this threat, that I might see for myself how you subdue your foes. I shall go there now. Join me when you are prepared. I just kind of like do a 1, 2, 3 and they're dead. What is this 1, 2, 3 you speak of? Nothing. Alright, let's do it like I did with the last blue quests that we did. I'm gonna do one at a time, even though it might be slightly more efficient to do them both at the same time, so that we can actually like get the little bit of story from it. Anyway, let's head on over to Merfurler and see if we can demonstrate our martial prowess. It's a Tootledile. I mean a Totodile. I mean a Tooledile. Don't want to get Nintendo'd. Ah, there he is. Can I make it to this rock? Nope, of course not. I see he has demonstrated his martial prowess as well. Lad, I am to see that you do not lose your way. As for this one, it made the mistake of picking a fight with me. There was another, but unlike its comrade, it had the good sense to flee. Not far, however, it stalks us from the shadows, yet thirsting for our blood. These beasts are formidable indeed, possessed of strength equal to their keen senses. I would have you hunt down the one that remains. Follow its tracks to the southwest. Doubtless it will reveal itself to what it will see as a smaller, less challenging foe. Excuse me? I know he called me diminutive earlier, but anyway, let's head on over to the purple smoke of death, and by death I mean their death, not mine. Hello, sir. And he's dead. Or further, I don't know how you observed from all the way over there, but okay. As long as you're happy. Sure. Good thing I have this thing to kill you with. It's called the big giant sword. There we go. See more further, I also killed a little tree for you. A diminutive tree, if you will. Impressive, brilliant. Not once did you falter before the towering Holopen. Quick to react and adapt you were indeed. Yes, I've seen all that I need to see. Now that the threat is no more, let us return to Warlord's Echo. Okay. Let's teleport on back. Alright, more further, give me my Aether Current. What's an Aether Current? Nothing. This can be an enlightening experience, but, oh, this has been an enlightening experience for me. Not often am I granted a chance to witness a warrior whose skill far surpasses my own. For years, I've served as guardian of Orzar the Gracious, watching over the seal placed upon Valagarmonda. I would have aided in the feat of ice too, had the sky ruin not rendered our plans meaningless. You see, it is the duty of the Temple Guardians to drive off the dangerous creature drawn to Valagarmonda's energies. At times, it was all we could do to shield the frozen Vidral from swarms upon swarms of beasts. But now that Valagarmonda has been laid low, we Guardians have nothing left to guard. Of course, this is cause for celebration. Urqopacha, nay, all of Tyrol, need no longer fear the Sky Ruin's destruction. And yet, a part of me felt otherwise. Deprived of purpose, I relinquished my position. Because we killed Valagarmonda, Uncle Jaja has a lot to answer for. Personally, I wouldn't mind if someone made the job unnecessary. No. I guess I'll say that one, even though it's pretty obvious. Oh, I did not mean to suggest I blame you for my woes. Were it not for you, I would surely not be standing here to bemoan my plight. At any rate, I thought seeing you in action might move me to seek my next passion, or at the very least, to provide inspiration for a new combat technique. So is the Allied Society quest going to end up being helping him out? But given your graceful air, I remained skeptical until I observed your power firsthand. So you underestimated me like everyone else does? I would also be remiss not to praise your economy of movement. Always thinking ahead, looking for the shortest route to victory. What calling has led you to develop such commendable skills? It's called... What's the word I'm thinking of? It's called necessity. If I don't kill them, they'll kill me. Ah, so you are an adventurer. Does that mean your life's purpose is the pursuit of adventure? How intriguing. Alas, much as I would love to hear your many tales, I will not keep you. When next you have a moment, however, it would be my honor to speak with you at length. Yeah, okay, his quest line continues on, but we're not gonna do that right now. Let's go ahead and head on over to the second blue quest. I think we passed him on the way over, so it should be like right here, or... Oh yeah, right here. Gar Horlor. An illuminating ritual. Gar Horlor is eager to lighten things up around here. Hail, visitor. Care to partake in one of our customary rituals? Fret not, for your part to be played is a simple one. You see, the illuminations here in Horlor's Echo make use of glowstones. Is this Minecraft or something? A rare and precious mineral found only in the Nether, only through mining. On occasion, we offer up prayers in the hopes that their light remains strong and bright. First, I would ask you raise a hand to the saltwater jar and pray for light everlasting. Strange though it may seem, I assure you it is a necessary step in our ritual. Now, great warrior, slayer of Valagarmonda, open your heart and focus. Sure. I'm focusing real hard. It appears your feelings were heard loud and clear. Let us proceed to the next step. Now that the salt water has received your prayers, you need merely sprinkle it upon the glowstones scattered throughout the village, and the ritual will be complete. Alright. Let me pick up the salt water. Yeah, okay. And then, where are they? Yeah, we'll start with this one and then make our way around. There he is. Or there it is. Wait, this isn't the Nether. See the second one over there? And yeah, there's the third one over there. That's all three done? Yeah, this one's definitely not going to be any Allied Society questline or anything. The other one was a bit more in-depth, so it wouldn't surprise me if that one ends up being, like, Allied Society's thing. Plus, it looks like the questline, at least the questline looks like it continues on. This one is probably not gonna have anything else. I see you have successfully completed the ritual, and for that, you have my thanks. Likewise, my fellow Yokoi will be glad to know that an outsider has shared in our culture. When mining the peak for glowstone, we occasionally discover shellfish fossils. Some have wondered if perhaps this tall mountain was once submerged between the waves many long lifetimes ago. The stone's radiance is a reflection of their joy, shining all the brighter when offered water and smells of the sea, or so the story goes. Thus was our little tradition born. Knowing that it is the will of a great warrior that now illuminates our humble village, our spirits are sure to lighten as well. Suffice it to say, we are fortunate indeed that you are willing to join in our prayer with an open heart. May the light of the glowstone never guide your steps. Never, ever guide your steps. That means something slightly different. Alright, those didn't take me anywhere near the area we hadn't discovered, or where the last Aether Current is, I believe. Yeah, southwest. So let's head on over there and collect it, and then we'll be done with the Urqopacha Aether Currents. I do find it a little bit annoying just how out of the way some of these are. Like, there's no reason to ever go into this area while you're doing MSQ. It was nice on, like, in Shadowbringers and Endwalker to be able to finish up all the Aether Currents once I finished the MSQ for the area. That feels like better design. But at the same time, this forces you to actually explore the area completely, or mostly completely. There's only a couple places left that I haven't explored. I think you need to get to flying for this one anyway. It's just a little bit more, I guess, since it's a little bit more of a pain. Since it's a little bit more of a pain to do with this version, I guess. Wait, like, I think we went. No, we did our confrontation over here with the other guys. Oh, this is their camp. That's interesting. But we never needed to go over here. Maybe in a side quest you do? Yeah, the guys in the red armor who were not friendly. This is where I need to go, right? Yes, southeast. Oh, there it is. And this should unlock flying. There we go. Nice. These look like, I don't know what they're actually called. Obviously they're farms. Or like salts? I don't know. Either way, that wraps up the Urqopacha Aether Currents. Let's go ahead and teleport back to Tuliolol, and then we'll meet up with Alpha Node and head on out to Yak T'el. I forget exactly what we were going to be doing there, but I'm sure they'll remind us. Yep, there they are. Hello, Alpha Node. Where are we going next? The leap to Yak T'el. Alpha Node seems eager to review your journey thus far. I figured he'd want to do that. I'm sure the others will be along shortly. I do hope everyone has rested well. Now that we have refreshed ourselves somewhat, let us consider all claimants. I thought it said climates. Let us consider all claimants as they currently stand. Zoralja and Kuana have completed every feat thus far and hold 5 keystones apiece. Urqopacha would be equal to them, but for Bakuljaja's thievery, which has left us one short. That conniving braggart didn't so much as lift a finger for the feat of proof and wreaked havoc for the feat of ice. Can't have more than 3 keystones at most. He may think he can simply steal what he needs to win, but he's sorely mistaken. I will be taking back what is mine. This, I swear. Don't worry, Urqopacha, it doesn't matter. fear that reclaiming your keystone may not be enough. That is, if Bakuljaja's unleashing of Valgramanda is any indication. Using his lead, I anticipate he will move to obtain the remaining keystones before disrupting his rival's attempts. We may all find ourselves being forced to take from one another. I can't say I'd be comfortable with that. But neither will I surrender my claim to the throne so easily. If it's for the sake of preserving the happiness of my people, I'll do what I must. The last two keystones we require are those of the Lay of Repast, and the Lay of the Brotherhood. The former depicts the cessation of the hostilities between the Mamul-Ja and Zibral in the forest of Yak T'el. Was this going to be where one of the places that we saw in the trailer? That'll be interesting, like more of a rainforest area. Specifically, near a village called Urqopacha. That's where I was born, if I recall. I haven't been back there since Papa took me in when I was a baby. When the Lay of the Brotherhood takes place, however, is unclear. In the saga, it is said that a foreign explorer came seeking an audience with the Dawn Servant. That's probably, what's her name? I can't remember her name. Why? I can't remember her name. She's off the screen. Yellow Jacket Lala. Sorry, probably her grandfather. Beldezian. Kryl. Why did I forget that? But little more than that. Eorzea has a similar tale. The explorer of... Oh, no, that's the explorer. Okay, that's right. The explorer Ketin Ram befriended a two-headed king known as the Autarch before commencing his travels across Thrall. He journeyed here several times afterwards, what was ultimately lost at sea. At least that is the commonly held belief. Except that didn't we find his grave at the top of the mountain? Your two-headed king certainly sounds like Papa. I don't know, like, the only description we gave is that it was a two-headed king. Of course it matches his description, and it also matches his Bakuljaja's description. So this Ketinram fellow must have come to Tuliolo. But if he indeed arrived here 80 years ago, the capital may not have been built yet, vestiges of the Yokoi architecture notwithstanding. Wait, you said Autarch, didn't you? Then Ketinram must have met the Dawn Servant in Mamuk. Mamuk? Is that a city? What of the grandest in Thrall? Once upon a time, and the seat of the Mamul-Ja's homeland. It too lies in Yak T'el, but not far from Urqopacha. All things considered, Yak T'el seems the obvious choice for our next destination. From here, the safest method of travel is dirigible. I can never say this right. We should make further landing once our preparations are complete. But we're riding in one of Kuana's balloons? They can't be any worse than ships, can they? Well, they're called airships, so... Well, looks like Wokuthmon's gonna learn why they're called airships. Let's head on over there. So can I jump? Oh, there's a sightseeing point over there. I'm not worrying about sightseeing points until I unlock flying in all the zones. Because like Endwalker, like more than half of the lookout points ended up being you needed flying for, so I'm just not even gonna bother with it until I can actually get to all of them. So where do we need to go around here? Oh, there's a Aether. There's one over here. I don't know if I actually have gotten this or not. I didn't see it because I never go over here. Let's see. Okay, I think this is actually the last one I needed. Yeah, I've gotten all the other ones. Yeah, there we go. I needed to get that one. I was wondering why I didn't have any of these. Oh, right. Up here? There they are. He'll be fine. Just fine. How exciting. The design of trolley dirigibles. I think it's dirigibles. Intrigues me. I must note how they perform compared to Eorzea's airships. For as much as I wish we could ignore him, Urqopacha is a real threat. We can't afford to let our guard down. Yak T'el, where the Yokoi dreamt of the Golden City. Right, that's why we wanted to go there initially. And then it turns out that there's a bunch of other stuff there that we need. Ready to leave when you are? Alright, dirigible attendant. The next flight to Yak T'el will be leaving shortly. Passengers are asked to keep hands, legs, and luggage inside the dirigible at all times. Are we sure this thing will stay in the air? All the way to Yak T'el? Everyone's just ignoring her. Are you ready? Bags packed and goodbye said. This is not going back once we lift off. Oh, come on, please. I know you're a scaredy cat, but not that I'm nervous or anything. I'm just making sure that you're not nervous. Right. Oh, who am I kidding? My knees won't stop shaking. Hey, will you hold my hand? Not just until I've settled my nerves. Maybe as a character. I want to click that. Yeah, let's do it. That stick in the mud. He did never let me live it down. Yep. There she is. Third promise. Wait just a moment. Oh, it's Mablu. Mablu, Tobli. Of course. I'll wait as long as you need. Sorry to delay, but we were able to discover the origin of Trial's earring. Ooh, that's interesting. Is that so? You said before it gained popularity in Urqopacha as a protective. Oh wait, this is Alpha Node, not not Mobley. Or Mablu, not Mobley. This isn't Jungle Book. You said before it had gained popularity in Urqopacha as a protective ward for travelers, correct? That's right. We tracked down the elderly merchant to whom first sales are attributed. According to him, the design imitates an accessory worn by a foreign mage he met at the market some 20 years ago. Ah, okay. That's probably golf. Little did he know that the charming tastes of salt would prove to be a commercial triumph. A foreign mage wearing this earring could only be my grandfather. Did the merchant happen to mention which market? One in Yak T'el. Well, it's kind of convenient that everything is there. seems you're already bound. What luck! Then I shall seek my next clue once we arrive. Is it a mere coincidence that brought my grandfather here? Or yet another discovery to look forward to? Thank you both for coming all this way. Anything for the third promise. Good luck with the rest of the rites. I'm giving her a more kiddish voice, but that's not quite right. Thanks. I won't let you down. I've just got to board this dirigible, and I'm good as there. Last call for passengers to Yak T'el. I really hope she wins. Yak T'el will test her mettle, without a doubt. The next Dawn Servant must be willing to bear the full weight of this nation's history, no matter how heavy it may be. Well, that's ominous. That doesn't look anything like the jungle we saw.
The fierce hunters who laid claim to this land call it the Azure Forest, Yak T'el. Battered by meteors in ancient times and colored mesmerizing shades of blue and green by nature, it is easy to understand why the place is so named.
Yeah, that looks more like a normal forest.
It is here, where the Shebral and Mamulja once battled for dominance, that the right of succession would reach its climax.
Urqopacha Yak T'el.
Are you all right?
Does she look alright?
I've never been good with heights.
I figured it would end up being heights this time.
The vegetation is far denser than in Kozamautka.
I suggest you pay more attention to the ground, unless you want to walk straight into a cenote.
What's a cenote?
A cenote?
Sinkholes filled with rain and groundwater. Many meteors fell here long ago, it is said, and after they struck the Earth, it became susceptible to erosion. Deep as some of the pits are, you'll not climb out in a hurry should you take a tumble. So, don't take a tumble.
He looks so acclamant.
It was one time.
Is the Shebral community depicted in the Lay of Repast close by?
Aye. We need but follow the path a short way west.
Right. I can't stand here with my knees knocking forever. Let's get going.
Well, that journey was delightful. The wind was fair and the vessel hardly rocked at all, and Urqopacha still got sick. I can hardly fathom how difficult the travel must have been. Before the second promise introduced dirigibles. Can you imagine having to walk all this way? So where technically are we in terms of distance? I mean, Zomuka looks way farther away. Worry not. Kryl and I ensure our promise doesn't wind up... worry not. Kryl and I will ensure our promise doesn't wind up at the bottom of one of those cenotes. Would it kill Erenville to give me the benefit of the doubt? Or the benefit of a second chance? Well, come on, you haven't exactly proven yourself. With thicker vegetation comes reduced visibility. I advise you keep someone in sight at all times. That's a good word of advice. Let's hop on our mount and head on down. Like we gotta cross this bridge to get on over. Of course it says keep someone in sight and then they all disappear immediately. And then let me go ahead and pull and get rid of the Urqopacha. Okay, yeah, we should get to the Aetherite with this quest. And then I'll need to figure out exactly how far we're going to end up going. I think I wanted to do a couple more quests after this, because I mean, it's only been like 36 minutes. For some reason, it feels like I've been going on forever. I'm not sure why. Is that Ikbrax over there? Is that Ikbrax over there, I wonder? Well, let's take a look at the map, Alpha Node. Yep, that looks like it. For all of Erenville's insistence, I've yet to discover anything particularly blue about this forest. Take care not to get separated. I'd hate to lose you to this rampant undergrowth. See? No tumbles. Thanks to Kryl and Alizé, but it still counts. Right. Good. Everyone's accounted for. Ikbrax is up ahead. Let's be on our way. Now I'm going to tune to the Aetherite first, so I don't forget. Because I have forgotten before. Okay guys, you gotta hold on for a second. I don't know why you decided to go into that pit. Let me get the Aetherite first. Oops. I hit escape to close the map. Alright, now let's go talk to them. Are all cenotes this deep, I wonder? That's a cenote? I don't know how we would go tumbling into that. Just so you know, I shall be very cross if you push me. There's no slash push mode, is there? No, unfortunately. Ha! I've fallen into High Tide Harbor enough times to be a professional diver. That's not something you should be celebrating, Urqopacha. There's no way I'd be falling into something like this by accident. Urqopacha, please. What's so blue about this forest? You'll see. Erenville was not exaggerating about the cenotes. It would be a grueling ordeal to climb out of one. Well, thankfully we've made it here without incident. Well, you shouldn't have said that, Erenville. Let's not dilly-dally any longer. Wait, he doesn't say dilly-dally. I say dilly-dally. Let's not dally any longer. Yep, it looks like I get a weapon. Nice. $663. Wow, that's a pretty big jump. I can get rid of the other one because I'm not going to be using that at all. Alright, let me go ahead and check the quests just to see how far I wanted to get today. I could try and get to Mamuk, but that would be a bit ambitious. Let's see. Let's try and get through the Feat of Repast. Yes, that's that's only 3 quests. But we'll see how long that takes. Also, let's go ahead and talk to everyone, and then we'll start on the next quest. We should press on. The other candidates may be well ahead of us. Well, I know they definitely are. Are we ready to proceed? I'm eager to learn more of Urqopacha and Zabral customs. Of course he is. Or all cenotes. Oh yeah, that's what she said. Just saying, yeah, if you push me. Okay, Urqopacha. A village of the hurt. Urqopacha's attention is divided between the perilously deep cenote and Urqopacha. Ready to head in? Our first task should be finding the Elector. Hopefully, our relative tardiness will not reflect poorly upon us. The third promise and her retine. I believe this is like retinue or something? I presume. You presume right. I seek the Dawn Servant's Elector. Then come and join us in the Garden of Stars. At her village center, everyone is waiting for you. Are they gonna have like a welcome home party or something goofy like that? And who might that be? There's only one way to find out. Come, let us follow him. Oh, okay. Why are they all here?
At last, we are graced by the presence of the third promise.
If I'd known we'd be waiting on your mangy hide, I wouldn't have bothered with a Ligarmanda in the first place.
You self-serving piece of weaver dung! Do you have any idea how many could have been hurt?
Now that we are assembled, let us begin. My name is Hunmuruk. As Ibras Rash, I have the honor of serving as Elector on behalf of my people.
Oh, is this her father?
As all four claimants must be
Or
present
relative?
for this feat, we have eagerly awaited your arrival.
I need to
Third
fix my
promise.
glam.
If you would please join us.
I have a white sword. Not the blue sword. I guess it makes sense I have the blue sword for, this blue forest. That is very blue.
Thus far, you have faced each other as rivals. The feat of repast, however, will test your cooperation. You must complete this challenge in teams of 2.
Well, obviously Kwana's gonna be working with us.
What? You expect us to work with one of these weaklings?
Be warned. Only the triumphant team will receive keystones. I advise you to cooperate with your partner.
I feel bad for the first promise in this situation.
Teams will be decided by lots.
Oh, okay.
Those who draw the same color will be paired accordingly.
Oh no, who are we gonna be paired with?
Twelve forbid Urqopacha is paired with Bakul Jaja. After all he's put her through, I wouldn't blame her if she did something rash.
Even the first
I
promise would be better.
Claimants, please present your colors. I have red. Blue. On separate teams, then. And the rest?
Oh, good.
Which means...
Together again, as fate would have it.
What's the point of the lots
Victory's as good as ours.
in the story, in the writing here? Just to make it...
With our claimants thus paired, so too is their opposition.
Is it just to make it seem like it's not...
Not the one hit.
Didn't he one hit already beat you?
Listen well, for the trial that awaits you is as follows. Each team is to prepare a sample of traditional Shebrol cuisine. Shibruk Bibil.
You gotta make some food? Okay. We got 99 culinarian.
And now we must cook. Another ludicrous feat.
So it might seem, but there's bound to be deeper meaning to it.
Agreed. Given that the very future of our nation is at stake, all parts of this rite must have significance.
Our promises have grown rather promising, wouldn't you say?
Haha, Dad Crid.
Indeed. If I were to guess at the significance of the feat, few things reflect the history and development of a culture so clearly as its culinary traditions.
The variety of stewed dishes in Garlean cuisine bespeaks their agricultural roots and cold climes, true.
Yeah, and also the Charlian cuisine. And their nerdiness to have no flavor.
The peoples we've met on our journey, they've all had different practices involving food and drink. The Hanuhanu replenish their magical energies with reeds, while the Pelupelu have turned their fondness of beverages into a living. So basically, to know a people's cuisine is to know something of their ways.
With each feat, we have deepened our familiarity with a given community's history and culture. Is this what Father intended for us all along?
Yes.
But a leader with his vision must see that the past doesn't hold the answers we need. It is through embracing innovation
And he hasn't learned
adhering to
anything.
Tradition, that we will usher Tuli Yolal onto a more prosperous future. The rules are simple. The first team to prepare and partake of satisfactory Shibruk Bivir will be deemed victorious. You will be judged by your sample's taste and appearance, as well as your adherence to appropriate cooking techniques. Kitchens have been made available for your use. Note that you may be asked to retry should your dish fail to pass muster. Let the feat of repast begin.
Nope, Kwana hasn't learned anything.
I've never actually heard of Shibruk Bibil before. What's it like, I wonder?
Do you suppose the first promise in Bakul Jaja will wear matching aprons? I dearly hope so. Yeah, they'll wear ones that say kiss the cook. Only 2 claimants can receive keystones from this feat. Intimidating, perhaps, but irrelevant. We shall prevail. Yeah, it's definitely irrelevant now that we know the whole thing is kind of pointless. The second promise will no doubt have thoughts on how best to proceed. Let us ask for his perspective. The first promise and Bakul Jaja are formidable on the field, but in the kitchen, I think the odds are in our favor. I consider myself a connoisseur of all things tasty and tuliolai. I said that right, okay. But this is the first I've heard of Zabruk Pibil. I don't remember how he said it. For the pairing to be thus decided, the stars aligned for us indeed, yes, Mr. Astrologian. As much as I would love to defeat you all in high-stakes culinary battle, I couldn't have asked for better allies. True. How fortunate that this feat's unique stipulations have frustrated Bakul Jaja's attempt to delay us. Serves him right. That's what he gets for endangering my people with his schemes. Why doesn't he just complete fairly? He's pretty strong, and obviously has a mind for strategy, twisted though it may be. I'll never understand him. Putting aside our competition for the moment, allow me to express how glad I am that this opportunity to work together. As I see it, our team possesses a distinct advantage. Of course we do. Any team I'm on is bound to succeed. And then it plays this music. Precise. He just goes with it. Aaron feels like, no. You mean we have the advantage in numbers, yes? Our competition is a team of 6. The 2 claimants, the Real Jaw and Bakul Jaja's lackeys. They don't even get names. Whereas we are a team of 9. That's 3 more people we can mobilize. While the tasks are suitably delegated, it should be a brisk affair to learn the recipe and assemble necessary ingredients. Too easy! Urqopacha, do not say that. Well, we mustn't be overconfident, lest we make a careless mistake that could have easily been avoided, like falling in one of those pits that I forgot the name of. Our first order of business should be determining the recipe of Zibro Pibil. We can hardly gather ingredients for a dish we know nothing about. Given the nature of this feat, asking for answers directly may prove less effective than simply observing the daily habits of the Zabral people. Let us gather here once we have seen what clues this village has to offer. And of course it starts raining. Alright, let's go check out the village, ask around like usual. Let's see. Where are the quest markers? I'll see a sightseeing point though, so let's go and grab that. I think that's like 3 or 4 that I've gotten so far. Anything around back? Oop, there's colorful spice. Let's check that out. A number of spices, some entirely unfamiliar to you, are nestled in a basket. That one's called a Atiote. We mostly use it to add a bit of color to our most popular cuisine, but its medicinal benefits are significant as well. Well, I guess that's that's one of the ingredients. See if we can find something else. How about Mr. this fastidious fellow? The recipe for Zabral Pibil, didn't we literally just talk about not asking directly? I wish I could tell you, friend. A dish so delicious is meant to be shared. Alas, we're forbidden from divulging anything. Orders from Hanmu Uruk himself. But your mentioning it has given me a fierce craving. I only wish there's still a break to be had at market. Wink. How nice. I can't talk to either of them. We can talk to this guy, this guardian. We ought to cut loose our losses and head to Mamuk. The feat is nothing but a fool's errand. You're the fool if you think we won't tan our hides for leather if we dare to return without enough keystones. Besides, we've taken from the house cat before. How difficult could it be a second time? Hello, fools. What are you looking at, salt liquor? Mind your own business. I don't think I will. Alright, one more. Let's see, where are we? Where's the last thing we need? Let me go ahead and grab this so I can get it off the map. It's gonna annoy me if I don't do it. Looks like it's probably inside here. Nope, is it on the other side? Ah, there it is. Bright banana peel. There's Woke of the Mott and Andre. I don't know why we can't talk to them. Did they just get lazy and not add dialogue? An unusually colored banana peel has been neatly arranged on the ground, which appears to be smoking. Apparently we need to smoke some bananas. Oh no, it appears I've gone and dropped my Jatika banana peel. I could barely see it with all the steam issuing from the underground oven. Ah, there's nothing like enjoying a tasty banana while you use the leaves in your cooking. Guys, please. Could you be any more obvious? Alright, let's head on back. Yeah, you can't talk to any of them. That's not how they usually do this. Alright, let's return to the destination. Sorry, I'm back. What did you discover about Urqopacha? True to your prediction, the villagers were forbidding from educating us, directly. However, many are still preparing it as one might a staple dish. An observation of their techniques yielded clues enough. A lady blending local herbs and spices was only too happy to describe the ones I didn't recognize, while neither confirming nor denying any relation to XP. I'm just gonna keep calling it XP because I'm pretty sure I am pronouncing it wrong. But one in particular she attributed to all common Zabral dishes. Akiote, she called it. That's the one that we heard about, I believe. I see. Then if XP is indeed a dish as ubiquitous as Alphanode claims, we have confirmed our first ingredient. Meanwhile, I did observe a cook burying bundles wrapped in the leaf of Naju, or banana, in certain localities. It would seem the use of subterranean ovens is commonplace. I saw the same. I think we all know what's inside those bundles then, don't you? A brook, a sizzling slab of beef, no. A squeaking flesh of a bipedal fish, no. He literally said what it was. As would be expected of a dish called XP, indeed. So to summarize, this dish is one of Uruk. flavored with the combination of spices that includes akiote, and steamed underground with naju, or banana leaves. Given our assumptions are correct, we must now learn where and how to procure our ingredients. As a staple cuisine, its ingredients would be close at hand, which is why Thancred and I scouted the forests while you all were exploring the village. Actually, they were standing right there and we saw them talking to each other. Between the local vegetation and Wildy Brook, we should have everything we need in regards to meat and spices. Leave it to the Master Gleaner. With that, we should next divvy up our tasks. While some gather ingredients, others should make ready the kitchen. Of course she can prepare the kitchen, because she wouldn't do anything related to combat. Permit me to assist as well, and Alphinaud is going to be a beta male in the kitchen. Permit me to assist as well. Our ovens will doubtless require okay, that's not... It's a what? It's always the firewood! And I have some experience in its gathering. I too shall be glad to volunteer mine aid. The rest of us will gather ingredients. I can make quick work of the spices and herbs myself. I am happy to lead someone to a suitable Ibrook, if they will perform the requisite deed. Alize, yeah, because he's gonna know how to track it. As for the nodule leaves, I believe I am capable of acquiring that much on my own. Be warned, you won't find nodule in these parts. They only grow in the Jatika heartland, forest far below these. Such an excursion may be time-consuming. Perhaps we ought to try bartering first. This feat encourages our communication with the locals, after all. Lama T, Brilliant, if you would accompany me on my errand, of course we're gonna have to go to the one where we have to go and talk to everyone. I still need to fix my katana. No better way to whet my appetite. You're not gonna eat the leaves, Urqopacha. Good. Let us be about our tasks then. Alright, let me go and fix my katana before I forget. I think it's this one. Yeah, because I have a white katana to go with the white, some of the white on the outfit, like here. Lama T had no specific task assigned to her, so I had her accompany me. No more, no less, and so we can keep an eye on her. Come on, let's go and get those nodule leaves. The sooner we do, the sooner we can eat. Now that I can get behind. I'm ready to get a new chest. Alright, this is 663, and that's 660. And I believe my warrior is also 660? 650. Okay, so I'll just go ahead and do it on here. And then I'll keep this because this will be good for monk eventually when I eventually level it. And then I'll think about that later. Alright, so that was... yeah, that was Village of the Hunt, so I want to do 2 more quests today if we can. A spicy brook wrapped in nodule leaves. That sounds like a winning combination to me. A history of violence. Yeah, this is the stuff that they were alluding to. Guana has the look of a man intent on finding bananas. Well, better than going bananas. Let's see if there are Najul leaves to be had in town. Perhaps the cook Urianger mentioned might be persuaded to spare us a few. Alright, let's go check out that cook, even though he didn't mention where it was at all. Looks like they're over here. Inside. Oh no, it's that cook that we talked to, isn't it? Yeah, Urianger was standing over here. An underground oven. This must be the cook Urianger was talking about. Earth here is indeed fashioned into an oven of sorts. Fascinating. Okay, Spock. Oh, hello again. Did you need something? Got any spare leaves? That's why I need to change my outfit. Natural leaves. For purposes other than Zabru XP, naturally. Unfortunately, I just used up my last. You'll have to travel to the lower forest for more. Well, that's annoying. Golmajik Grove is the source of the finest Najul leaves you'll find. Wild variants you sometimes see in city markets can't compare. I see. I'd hoped to avoid such a lengthy venture, but if there's no other way to obtain our ingredients, in the Jatika heartland we shall go. Allow me to save you the trip. Traveling there requires you to go through the Taik-Bek Traverse, but it is caved in due to the recent storm, I expect. What? But that means we can't get our Najul leaves. But we can, can't we? If there were no other way of procuring them, you would have suspended this feat or else altered its objective. Perhaps. Anyway, I apologize for the interruption, but having overheard your conversation, I felt compelled to chime in. It's very kind of you. Any last-minute advice you'd be willing to share? Only to undertake the feat of repast with an empty stomach. You may find XP to be a delicious but daunting dish to finish. Why, because it's really spicy? I can't wait! Still, if there are no leaves here and we can't travel for more, how are we supposed to gather all our ingredients? These feats are meant to deepen our understanding of the peoples and culture of Tuliolol. So perhaps there is something about XP that we have yet to learn, something of significance other than its recipe or ingredients. Oh, I see. Like who was the first to make it? Its history, that sort of thing. Ahem. If it's Yak T'el's history you're interested in, you should start with the Old War. Between the Zabral and the Mamulja, right? These forests have borne witness to centuries of warfare, the evidence of which remains a scar upon the earth. To know the end of the bloodshed is to know the XP. Interesting. Huh? What does steamed brook have to do with bloodshed? Precisely the question we must answer. Vexing though such a detour may seem, I can think of no other way to approach this feat. In that case, you may wish to visit the site of a settlement ruined by war, the village of Ilion Azo. It lies a short distance to the east. The village of Ilion Azo? Understood. Thank you for your help. Come, let's go and see this place. Alright, let me fix my glam again. It was 12, 13. Nope, 11. Yep. And I guess let's head on over to the east. Go ahead and check out that ruined village. Why did they just put a fire right in the middle of the path there? Oh, because that's not where I'm supposed to go. Aren't we the ones teasing Urqopacha about falling into one of those pits? A cenote? We're gonna just not talk about this. Looks like it's down this direction because we came in from over there. Necrosis. How lovely. You want to check on for an Aether Current? Oh, there's actually one to the north. Okay, I'll make sure to grab that on the way back. I can't see it right now. Okay. Everyone knows there was a war between the Mummel and Zabral, but I, may have forgotten some of the details. Urqopacha, please. The village of Yon Aso must be further east. Let us continue with haste. For all we know, our competitors may be on our heels. Okay, it's gonna annoy me if I don't go get that Aether Current right now, because it's only 100 yalms away. 130 yalms away. Or are these look like chinchillas. Yeah, it should be like right on the other side of this bridge, which is where we came in, wasn't it? Southwest. Did I pass it? Or is it like right over here? Oh, there it is. That's a clever place to put it. Glad I went and got this. Don't hit me. Nice, I made it. Go ahead and get away from him. Alright, the next Aether Current is northwest. Okay. There must be one, yeah, over in this area. Which means I'm gonna wait until we actually get over there. In the meantime, let's go and pass by the yellow chinchillas again. Let's see if we can make our way over to this village. Okay, next one's to the east, so I'll make sure to get that on the way over. You probably intended to get this one on the way. Okay, where's that Aether Current? Northeast. Okay, it should be in this direction then. Yeah, there it is. See, these are the good Aether Currents, the ones that are just barely off the beaten path. The ones that are like way off the way out there are kind of annoying. Alright, next one in the area is west. Okay, that's probably the one that we saw before. Alright, these look like ruined homes. This place feels forgotten by time. Gee, what made you say that? Maybe the overgrowth? So this is the village of Yon Aso, or what's left of it. It was a place of light and life. My great-grandfather called it home, in fact. Book Evo. Book Evo! I didn't know you were in Yak T'el. I was picking up lumber from Urqopacha when I heard the third promise was on her way to the site of deep historical significance. I immediately saw another opportunity to be of service, and so followed you here. Wak Evo is a shipwright who came to our aid during the Feat of Reeds. A pleasure. You're a member of the Third Promise Retinue, I presume? For a moment, I suppose I am. My name is Koana. Pleased to make your acquaintance. Koana, now that's a good name. A familiar name. Where have I heard? Oh, right, this is the guy that does the oh my goodness, I was so disrespectful to you. That got really old. Koana, as in the second promise of Tuliolal? To think that I addressed the Dawn Servant's own son as such a common retainer. Such disrespect cannot be excused. Please, take my gun. Take your gun and... Oh, come on, not this again. I take no offense. Please do not dwell on it. Alright then, I shan't dwell on it. And right on to cue. At least he's consistent. I understand you wish to learn about his XP. While I am forbidden by Zabrak Rocks to divulge any information regarding its preparation, I would be happy to share what I know of Yak T'el's history. We'd appreciate that. In its most basic sense, the conflict between Zabral and Mamul Jaw was one of the land. The Mamul Jaw live in the lower forest, where the thick canopy obscures the sun and the soil is unforgiving to crops. This drove them to covet the upper forest, the home of the Zabral, and they launched a determined campaign to seize it for themselves. Yet advantage ever favors higher ground, and the Zabral forces held the upper hand against the invaders, rebuffing them time and time again. But as the state of the village would attest, the tide eventually turned. What brought it about? Something you know all too well. Blessed siblings, ah yes, some two heads. You must understand, the Mamul Jaw were once a people as much at war with themselves as they were with others. The Hubigo, Bunewa, and Dopro each sought to assert dominance over the others. Even as they engaged the Zabral in battle, well, that sounds counterproductive. In an effort to strengthen bonds and discourage infighting, Hobigo and Buniwa leaders arranged a marriage between their children. However, this political measure altered the course of history in ways no one could have ever imagined. It was long believed that the partners of differing clans could not have children together, and that's how we got two heads, and that's why they have so different personalities and appearances. But then it happened. A child arrived who shared the blood of Hobigo and Bunewa both, a two-headed Mamul Jaw. Blessed with the tremendous physical strength and magical prowess, he grew into a mystical warrior before eventually rising as the first autarch, ruler of all three clans. Such qualities would dispose anyone to leadership, character notwithstanding. Under the autarch's rule, the newly united Mamul Jaw became a force to be feared, and the war soon came to an end. Came to a head, not a end. That's very different. I think it's best you see the results firsthand. Let us visit another battlefield from that time, and there I shall continue the tale. Okay. Now they're gonna make me walk there. Yep. Even though I clearly was walking in the cutscene. Oh, right. It said west, right? Oh, southwest. Okay, yeah. But yeah, we're heading east. We're still heading east. Oh, this looks a lot more... This looks a lot more like a battlefield than that. What happened here? Looks like the Ghostlands. Or the Scar and WoW. Just nothing left. Well, maybe actually, I guess there's technically tree trunks, but like the Scourge and WoW, they just destroyed everything with in the Scar, marching from what's the city called? Stratholme, marching from Stratholme directly north through Silvermoon City to head to the well. I forget what it's called. By the 12.
This is where most battles were fought between the Shabral and Mamulja, the Shobrit Cinderfield.
Cinderfield.
A field of cinders, indeed.
Yeah.
How fierce their clashes must have been. The war over these lands began after the Yokui's departure some 500 years ago. And for 4 centuries thereafter, the two enemies repaid violence with violence. A constant stream of minor skirmishes, punctuated by massive slaughter. Until Father ended their endless conflict 80 years ago. Accompanied by a retinue of only 6, the Dawn Servant opposed both armies and brought the fighting to a standstill.
Reminds me of the story in Iruma with
First they sealed Vali Yarmanda at full strength, and now this.
I forget his name.
It
A
was
dead killer
during
or
this
whatever.
armistice that both sides gathered for negotiations at the Dawn Servant's behest.
Who dad? Oh, migraine time.
For too long, you have been bound by your ancestors' violent legacy. It is past time you broke free of it.
Tell that to the Scale Scum! We fight to protect what is rightfully ours! If not for their greed, we'd be living in peace!
Puff your tails and scurry off, then! Cowards like you ill-deserve the bounty of this forest.
Even should one of you succeed in vanquishing the other, your triumph will last only until a new invader arrives. Tell me, do you know of the vast continent that lies far to the east, where numerous nations vie for dominance? You do not. And why should you? Affairs beyond the salt we have no intention to cross are of no consequence to us. Not until those affairs come to Tural, like our honored visitor here.
There he is, the explorer.
He's from across the ocean.
I've been to the ocean before, and it's nothing but water farther than the eye can see. What sort of vessel could possibly reach its end?
That such technology exists is indisputable, as is foreign powers' awareness of Tural. If any such country were to develop a taste for Turali soil and bring to bear the might of innovations we can only imagine, What do you suppose happens then? You do not know the warlords of the East. But you know that if they came, they would not settle for a single forest. By joining hands, we might create a unified front, an alliance capable of repelling them or any other foe. There is no greater proof of these than my companions and I. Alone we are weak, but together we triumphed over Valigarmanda.
No, that was us.
What? You defeated the Sky Ruin?
I'd take you for a liar if the sting of our own defeat wasn't still fresh.
Their coordination was indeed impressive. How the Pelu stymied our efforts to cripple the Yokui's legs and defend our ballistas. And when we withdrew to strike again from a distance, the Hanu called the winds to make our arrows miss their marks. In seeking to exploit their weaknesses, we only subjected ourselves to their strengths.
Those strengths are born of cooperation. The guiding principle of the nation we envision.
But our feud has lasted for centuries. How do you expect us to join hands now?
Well, there's a little expansion called Heaven's Ward.
Ha ha! Give us an evening to convince you.
And the Dragon Song War. I've helped out with that.
And so began that legendary banquet.
Of course, they're gonna have a party.
One would not expect sworn enemies to abruptly drink to each other's health, and, indeed, a tense silence hung over the venue. But then, the Dawn Servant called for the exchange of traditional cuisine. So it was that the Mamulja partook of spiced meat,
Oh.
and the Chebral steamed najul.
And then they combined it into one recipe.
Before long, delight manifested upon the faces of those present, each side impressed by the other's dish. Seeing this, the Dawn Servant laughed and declared once more. Their flavors, he said, would be even better combined, and he proceeded to help them prepare the new creation.
That's Shibruk Pibil, I'd wager.
It is a marriage of Chebral and Mamulja cultures, and proof of their newfound cooperation. The Dawn Servant had asked for a single evening, but the feasting is said to have lasted 3 days and 3 nights. So delicious was their repast.
And that's the feat of repast.
In the end, a peace accord was reached, and the Dawn Servant's words at that time still illuminate our way forward.
Ignorance begets a strife. Understanding begets fellowship.
Sorry. It's just to think that he ended an age-old conflict with food. It's all so absurd. It's somehow so very papa, I couldn't help but laugh.
I mean, it's food. It's a very powerful force.
Ignorance begets strife. Understanding begets fellowship.
Now then, I trust you understand the significance of Shibruk Pibil and the history it has written.
Absolutely. Thank you for sharing the story with us. What's wrong?
Yeah, there was some creep behind the tree.
Someone was there, you say?
Perhaps our competition is cooking up some scheme or another.
Something bitter and half-baked, no doubt.
I never imagined our father was instrumental to XP's invention. I hope I have been of sufficient service to the third promise. Papa really did live up to his word. He traveled the land and learned about our people's myriad cultures. And we're doing the same now. Gee, I wonder if there's a reason for that. So you can get some pants this time. Go and check on the warrior's legs. And that's right, I got some legs from the dungeon. So yeah, I'll go ahead and use them on samurai. And fix my glam again. I can't do glamour plates here. It's thanks to Wook Evo that we were able to learn this forest's history. That's twice now that he's helped us. To think we might never have met him if we hadn't thought to fix the float. Alright, let's go and talk to Koana, and this will be the last one for today. The feat of repast. But it is still weigh heavily upon Koana's mind. Wook Evo has given us valuable insight into the origins of XP. However, we are still no closer to procuring the necessary nodule leaves. Unless... Are they here? Tell me, was the historic feast commemorated in some fashion? With a monument, for instance? Indeed it was. Allow me to show you. Alright, I'm gonna double check again. Is there an Aether Current around here? Southwest, okay. That's actually this way, though. And 300, oh, there's a, hold on, sightseeing point. Go ahead and get that, and then I'm actually probably going to go ahead and try and get that Aether Current while we're here. Man, today's been a lot, we've gotten like 3 sightseeing points today. And so, it's at southwest, which should be 400 yalms, that's a bit much. But it feels like I should get that now rather than later. So I'm gonna go ahead and just grab it. It's still southwest. Oh, tell me it's gonna be off the edge of the cliff. Yeah, okay. Wasting my time. Oh well. Go and head on over to the monument. So what, are they just going to be some leaves that they left there on purpose so that once we learned about the history, they'd take us or tell us to go there? Where's that monument you were talking about? Oh, it's right in front of me. It is only speculation, but I dare to hope. What does Koana want with a monument? Oh, okay. That's the, each of them laying down their arms. Here it is. Offered up by the two factions, these weapons symbolized their vow that they would never again raise arms against each other. Since this feat demands a journey through history, I thought it only logical that a monument like this might steer us true. Especially one at the heart of so significant a battlefield. Lamati, Brilliant, would you help me search this area for clues? Tell me if anything catches your eye. Sure thing. Look here. This soil has recently been overturned. This soil has been recently overturned. Are there just gonna be banana leaves there? Ooh, someone buried a box. Well, well, I would have been satisfied to find only a hint. But there they are. But here they are. Fresh jewel leaves. Holman Rook's doing, I'd wager. That's poetry. There's poetry in hiding them in this battlefield. Even that it was central to the war they helped end. Yep, so he planned all this from the start. Oh, never mind. I got something completely wrong. Never mind. Thank you again, Book Evo. We wouldn't have found these leaves without your help. It was my honor to render assistance. And with apologies to present company, allow me to offer my encouragement as well. Third promise. Ever since I witnessed your performance in the Feat of Reeds, I've been certain that you are the claimant most worthy of leading our nation. All devised solutions to the Hanu's ailing crops, but you alone sought their culture and revive Ihihara, Hana, even if it seemed unrelated to your task. In my humble opinion, no one cares more about the people of Tuliolol and what they hold dear. Should you again require the historical musings of an old shipwright, I'm ever at your service. For now, I take my leave. I cannot argue with that. We have what we need. Let us head back to Urqopacha. I believe that there's an Aether Current like northeast of the village. So I'll go ahead and try and get that before we finish up. But now let's go ahead and teleport back. Yeah, I think there's one in this undiscovered area. So like, why is there an area over here that we can't get to without flying? Alright, let me see. Where's the Aether Current? Southwest, never mind. Let's just go ahead and turn this in and wrap this quest up. Or I guess we're not going to completely wrap it up. Probably got just a tiny little bit more to do. I'm definitely getting a little bit tired. I decided not to take a break because I thought it wouldn't be quite this long. You have to wonder whether Book Evo is actually a historian and not a shipwright, yeah. I'm glad we were successful. The others should be back soon, I expect. I hope so. I'm famished. I'm glad we're successful. Yeah. Okay, let's wait at the destination. Waiting. How did everyone fare? We got the nodule leaves. Book Evo came along and helped us find them. Book Evo was here. I would have liked to say hello. Yes, he gave us an important history lesson. Now they proceed to tell them all the whole history lesson. That Golol Jaja brought an end to centuries of warfare surprises me little, but to achieve said peace through cuisine is something else entirely. Leave it to my old man to find the oddest of solutions. But how about that the rest of you? Is our kitchen ready? Everything should be in order. Oriange and I made another tour of the village and borrowed the cooking utensils we need, with no mention of what we needed them for, of course. And I am pleased to report that we are stocked with the finest firewood this forest has to offer. Thanks, Alphanode. Spoken like a true expert. Aaronville and I found in a brook, so we should have the meat aplenty. It was a spirited creature, so much so that its hunters fell down a cenote trying to catch it. Of course she did. What part of never speak of this to anyone did you not understand? I picked a good portion of local herbs, with particular attention to the seeds that yield a quiote. I am told our resident astrologian divined the appropriate measurements for the seasoning as well. Through frequent inquiry, did I determine the ideal balance of spices. I need to fix my glam. I forgot to do that. Then all that remains is to prepare the dish itself. I presume that at least one of us is versed in culinary arts, while I am a 99 culinarian. I can hardly proclaim profound skill, but I have cooked for myself. You can leave the rest to me. And you, I hope, as I recall, you are an accomplished culinarian. Let's see, let me think about, what would this happen if you were 90 culinarian, or if you've just unlocked culinarian? Either way, I like that they do that. Ooh, my mouth is watering already. Without further delay, then. Yeah, let's turn on the. Let's start playing the fun battle music, like we're doing something extreme. And it's suddenly day.
Oh, it smells so good.
Good, there is still time. I shall prepare our sample at once.
Wait, do they actually get the stuff?
At first, I wasn't sure about being stuck with the one head. But better that than playing nanny to the mewling house cat.
Be quiet, Bakul Jaja. No one cares what you think.
Act tough all you like. Victory will be ours.
It's ready.
Wait, they literally just like tacos?
Apologies for the
It's
wait.
literally just tacos.
We submit to you our Shibruk Pibil.
This looks amazing!
The dish is prepared by using the culinary techniques of the Mamulja
to cook the spiced meats favored by the Jabral. It is a symbol of peace between their two peoples after centuries of war.
Both the ingredients and your methods appear to have been correct. Now then.
It's so small. This is like Hulk in with the meme.
In taste, texture, and aroma, you have recreated Shibruk Bibil admirably. Granted, anyone might well achieve similar results by following the recipe to the letter. But you went a step further. You sought to learn the cultural significance of the dish, about Yak T'el's history of violence and your father's role in ending it. Your willingness to take lessons from the past befits aspiring Dawn servants. And for that, I commend you. All that remains is to partake of your creation. True understanding is gained only through experience.
Now this is something I'm definitely good at.
Ahem. I believe we have yet to receive our assessment.
Yeah, you failed.
Ours is also a faithful example of Shibruk Pibil, as you will no doubt agree.
He's not enjoying this.
I see.
And they blackmail someone to get it or something?
While your effort looks the part, unlike the second and third promises dish, it lacks its defining aroma.
Preposterous! The meat was marinated and spiced before being steamed in an earthen oven. This is Shibruk Pibil.
Missing the banana leaves.
Oh? And what about the Jatika banana leaf?
It's because of you that we couldn't get any damn leaves! You can't fault us!
But the second and third promises had no such difficulty, did they? That which they needed, they acquired simply by showing interest in our history and heritage.
Ugh, it's just some crusty old leaf. What difference could it make?
Why don't you go try some of ours?
Your dish lacks an essential ingredient. As you have failed to demonstrate an adequate understanding of Shibruk Pibil, I must deem your performance unsatisfactory. Your team will not receive keystones.
This was stupid anyway.
I think I'll just try and take them. And he won't, because he actually, like... Huh?
His ambition only grows more intense. That someone could harbor such dark thoughts towards family.
What do I care for this sham of a feat? I can always take what I need later.
She's just eating.
This is delicious! The brook is so tender it melts in your mouth, and The way the Najul leaf rounds out these spices is sublime. This is the taste of harmony. Someone who only knows
Urqopacha.
brute force and deception could never appreciate it.
Urqopacha. That's enough.
Choke on your harmony.
Come, come. Finish your meal. That too is part of the feat.
You don't have to tell me twice.
And it's gone.
Ah, that was bliss. You've got real culinary talent. If you ever tire of adventuring, you can always be my personal chef.
No thanks.
It was palatable enough, I suppose.
Kuana, please.
To you, who have successfully performed the feat of repast, I present these keystones.
Only 1 feet left.
Considering we're like maybe 35-40% through the Dawntrail, I think there's going to be a little bit more than just 1 feed.
Well, I should get going then. I'm glad that I wasn't paired with one of the others.
That's for sure.
We can do better than that, surely.
The 6th keystone is ours. Thanks for all your help, everyone. I forgot something important.
Oh no.
Was there any Shipbrook people left? I could really use another helping.
Of course. Alright, let's go ahead and talk to everyone and wrap this one up. One final feat remains. After this one, I hardly know what to expect. I'm relieved that our dish was well received. We need to start considering how to reclaim that keystone from Bakul Jaja. And don't worry about it, Alize. Depriving the first promise of a keystone is a crucial victory indeed. That was so good! I'm already looking forward to having some XP again. Here, Brilliant. Cryo made more using leftover ingredients. You'll love it. Oh, is this gonna be a housing item? I'm thinking of to buy more for the road myself. Now that the feat of repast is over, the villagers should be free to offer it to us, right? Probably. Oh yeah. You're gonna give us some for the housing item. New wares available from the merchant in Urqopacha. Okay. Alright, that wraps up the feat of repast. We learned about how the Dawn Servant and his posse took down, or rather, well, yeah, they did take down and stopped the 100 years whatever war, several hundred years or whatever it was, between the two, the upper and lower people, and we were able to make some nice food. And let me fix my glam before I forget again. That's going to be all for today. Glad we made a bit of progress. We unlocked flying in Urqopacha, and we made some progress in MSQ. Next time, we'll continue on with MSQ and see what we're doing next. But until then, goodbye.